Sweet. Okay, can you guys hear me now? All right, cool. Because this is the first time I haven't been able to unmute myself. Usually, I mean, people do try to shut me up a lot, like regularly, but I didn't think it was going to be that serious today. So thank you, Shanna, for that introduction and for you guys hopping on today. I'm super excited to be here. And you say I don't have to do these things, but I love to do these things. I love working with you guys one-on-one in group trainings and all that. This is like the passion of my business. I love working directly with the people. So it's my favorite thing. But like Shanna said, you don't have to be a technology genius to hit a rank. So we can talk about that all day. I always have technology problems and people still follow. So if you're like, I can't do a Zoom because I don't know how, it's fine. You don't need to know how. You'll figure it out along the way. So thank you again for having me. But let's jump into this. Shanna wanted me to share with you guys how we started into this business. So I know you guys have seen our videos and why we got into this business, but I'm not sure everybody understands exactly where we started and how we started from the bottom, for sure. So typically in network marketing companies, it's comprised of a bunch of investors, corporate people that have loads of experience running corporate operations and zero field experience and never been an affiliate before. This is typically the way every company is run, right? We started out as affiliates ourselves, and we always, Josh only been in one company besides the one he started. He's kind of a unicorn. But for me, I was in a lot of different companies, and I always had the same issue every time I started succeeding in each company. And that was I either got in trouble with compliance or corporate made a bad decision for the field that affected everybody in my team. So I know Shannon and her husband have been in that situation before, and a lot of our leadership, and you guys probably even have this experience as well. So for us, it was more important to create the company that didn't exist yet. So that's kind of how we started. And when we say we start from the bottom, you guys, we started from the bottom. We didn't have a corporate office. We literally were in an apartment building and running meetings in the community like centers, trying to sell people our vision before we had any proof of reality yet. We never had debt in our company. We still don't have debt in our company. So we couldn't afford to have a castle for an office or pay for the best talented people right out the gates. But in a way that kind of served us because we had to grow ourselves as leaders. We had to grow ourselves into the corporate staff that we had to become, which is kind of insane. Josh had tons of experience as an affiliate. He had zero experience as a CEO. And I think he's doing pretty good considering he's learning as he goes. So some of you might be freaked out by that, but don't be freaked out by that because if anybody can do it, it's Josh. If you guys don't know already, I'll be the first to say that when he was about 14 years old, he won a scholarship to go to a top college in Maryland. He turned it down because they didn't have a business school, but he was a chess champion as a child. And he used to hustle people in the streets for money to just make ends meet. And before that, after that, he got jobs working at grocery stores and wherever he could to build a dream. So my story is like way too long to get into because it just depends on which chapter you guys want to hear, honestly. And we'd be here all day for that. So I'm not going to get into that. But I had a very similar experience as well. In fact, my parents and I were joking about my first car. I had a 1989 Nissan Sentra, and it was so old school. Like literally, I couldn't have the radio on and the lights on at the same time. I had to carry a box of fuses because the fuses would go out in my car and I had to replace them just to turn the radio on. It was serious. So we didn't come from wealth. We didn't come from having it all made for us. It was truly a learning process. It was a struggle, like, to be honest. And now that you guys know what it's like to be entrepreneurs yourself, because you're here, you're on this team call, just know that it's not pretty at first, and it is hard at first, and you do come across challenges and roadblocks, but all those things become who you are and what you can teach your future following too. So that's kind of how we started and why we got into this industry to begin with. Also, the other reason why I got into network marketing is because I got fired from all my jobs. So I had to become an entrepreneur because I wasn't really great at taking orders. So that's a little bit of our story. But fast forward to today. So we've grown a lot from 2014 to 2019, now going into 2020. 2014, we started with 3 sprays. That's all we had, and they were not as cute as they are now. We man, you guys, we had the vision to have multiple brands within the company, which is why Josh called it My Daily Choice. But we didn't foresee that this hemp revolution was going to be just 3 years away, which was an insane thing that's happened. So you guys know we went from 9.6 in 2017. Nobody talks about 2016. I don't even know the sales, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere around 3 million or something like that for the year. Okay. So we were, I don't want to say we were struggling, but we were struggling to get things kind of up and running and moving in the right direction. Okay. 2017 came, 9.6 million. 2018 came, 100 million. And now we're on pace to do 170 to 200 million. But I'm not going to give you any specifics as I'm running a promotion on that right now. So you guys have to guess. Where we're going from here on out, though, I mean, literally the sky's the limit. 2018 was the year of operations. It was all about building our infrastructure at the corporate office. It was about getting a chief operations officer. It was about getting all the warehouse set up. You guys, we had no shipping experience at all. All we knew is we didn't like how other companies were shipping our products for us. So we decided to take it in-house. We wanted to be in control of that process because we figured, how hard is it to ship a package? We can figure this out. And we did. And we did a lot of things to bring our operations in-house to make the company stronger and better. So that was 2018. 2019, you guys, on pace to now double our sales from last year, is about new products, right? So we are launching new products, and going forward, of course, that's going to be what we continue to do. And we have goals to do this more on a quarterly basis instead of just once at convention. So that's a first hint that I'm just going to let you guys know, that not all of products will be released at convention. They'll be before that. So that's exciting. But we recently hired another chief. So I haven't made this announcement yet. It will be in Business for Home once we do make that formal announcement. And I realize I'm on Facebook Live right now, and it's okay. And I realize it's probably going to get shared a lot, and that's okay. But we recently hired a chief science officer. What does that mean for you guys in your business? Well, we've all struggled with this because of the regulations and legalities around CBD. We don't know how exactly to market it. All we can tell you is the secret's out, try it for yourself. And that is literally how our marketing has turned. It used to be, it does all kinds of things, and now it does things we're not allowed to talk about. So we hired a chief science officer who has a PhD at basically in cannabis. Okay, he understands exactly what we are allowed to say. He can educate us from a scientific standpoint, and he can also create new products. He's a product formulator as well. So that's exciting. And his education is not just in CBD, of course, it's in all kinds of sciencey things that you guys will love to learn all about. He'll be doing webinars for us, educating us. And you know what he said in an interview, which really stood out to me. He said, you guys have something very special here in your company. I don't know if you guys know that yet. Of course we know that now, but he said, what we have right now is very special, but we want to always be special. And we want to have products that are truly life-changing, period, across the board. And it has to have a secret sauce. He mentioned KFC's got their special 11 spices or whatever. And Coca-Cola has their special little recipe or whatever. So we have our recipe with CBD, but CBD is not where we're ending everything. I mean, just because CBD is the most marketed commodity of our time right now, it's not going to end there. You guys are going to see companies that are going to try to differentiate themselves and be like, oh, we're not the CBD company, we're the CBG company. And they're going to start targeting different cannabinoids as if they're something really special about that. There is, but we've already been doing that. We just haven't changed the conversation yet. Our products already have CBG, already have CBC, already have CBN, and we'll be able to formally educate you guys on why each of these cannabinoids are important and why we've already got them and what products we can make out of them as well. So That's one of the major announcements. So that's super, super exciting. I'm super excited. He's got manufacturing experience, and that is something that we aim to become. Josh said to use this word, and I told him it's not going to make sense to anyone, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's going to help us become vertically aligned. So what does that mean? In layman's terms, it means we control the whole process. Okay, so we control the farming to the manufacturing to the distribution to the shipping to everything, sales and marketing, the whole becoming streamlined 100%. So that is our goals for the future for 2020 and beyond. And that's important. And the reason that we've had to do this, honestly, is because outsourcing to all these different areas of business, we find that nobody can cut it the way we want to cut it. You know, nobody can do it as well as we can do it. And I'm not saying that to toot our own horns, but because it doesn't take a lot of intelligence to be able to figure out the process and to know that our commitment to our people is stronger than letting a process not be perfect along the way. So that's something that we want to go into in the future as well. So now I'm going to tell you guys, as you know, I'm the current Chief Marketing Officer in My Daily Choice right now. And so my job is predominantly to work on marketing, right? That's my job. Now, aside from having a baby and all this going on in my personal life, I've been working with the marketing department. We also have a vice president of marketing as well, and how we can make things better for you guys, because we realize that we are a marketing company, and this is a huge aspect of our business, whether we want to face that or not. So what we're doing to improve marketing and change it a little bit and make it better for you guys is we are updating our whole system. Our whole system, top to bottom. The tour will be completely different. The marketing pages will be different. And the tweaks that we're making are going to be more custom. So right now, let me just tell you guys, we know that our marketing system can be improved. We know that. But again, last year we were trying to ship out millions of orders. Okay. This year we're still doing that, but we have it now unlocked. Now we're trying to improve our marketing. So we are going to be dropping 4 new capture pages every single month. That is something that we are going to be working toward. We've already got about 10 ready to drop. We just haven't dropped them yet. And they're going to target different demographics. So if you see somebody that resonates with you on a capture page, then you can use that one. If you see you like the yoga page because you're trying to promote mantra, use that one. If you like the boss, CEO boss vibe, we've got that one covered too. So we're looking to speak to more different demographics across the board. Plus, with international expansion, that's important. Okay, obviously Africa is going to want different pages than China and so on. So we're going to have to customize it so that it makes more sense on that aspect. Now, also the way it is right now, when you take the tour, you opt in on a capture page, right? And then it doesn't really talk about a tour much when you get to that page. So a lot of it is the affiliate explaining what the heck a tour is, right? We're actually going to be getting away from those words all together, but we're currently using them now. But when you get there, if you're coming through a HempWorks BizOp page, what happens? You end up on a My Daily Choice tour, right? And that confuses people. We realize that. So what we're doing is, if you come in on a HempWorks page, you're going to see HempWorks. If you come in on a mantra page, you're going to see mantra. If you come in on a High Life Travel page, you're going to see High Life Travel first. So that way it's a seamless process from beginning to end. So that way it totally makes sense. And you guys won't have to explain as much at all. The video tour is going to be much more improved. We've already done all the videos. They're already done. It's already in the bag. Josh already updated all of them. And last thing I'm going to say, which may blow your guys' mind. So I'm just going to take just a moment of silence to say this. And I can't tell you guys exactly what it is yet because it hasn't launched yet, but I'm going to give you a big fat hint. Is that okay with you guys? Okay. So how many of you guys ever got the objection, I can't afford it, it's too expensive, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now those of us who've been in sales for a minute, That objection is not a big deal because we know that's exactly why you need to join this business, right? If you can't afford it, that's why you need to join this business, because you're going to say that the rest of your life if you don't do something now to change your future reality, right? I believe that. I agree with that. However, we are always looking for ways to improve our business. We literally don't sleep some nights because we have insane ideas on how we can make things better. And one of our ideas was to abolish that objection altogether. Can you imagine being part of a network marketing company that doesn't cost anything? It may sound crazy to you. Details are going to come out on that. But what I'm here to tell you guys is that objection will be gone forever, where people will be able to work their way up through the compensation plan. They'll be able to get a link without having to pay anything at all. So that is something that we're working on right now. We're very close to launching that. Our goal is to get that done before Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays to you guys. So if that doesn't fire you up or excite you, I don't know what will, because honestly, we've got almost a million active in our business right now. That's insane numbers. Okay, we're literally headed for that million mark right now between affiliates and customers, but we've also got a lot of inactive as well. So our goal is to reach out to those inactive or people that maybe came or went or couldn't afford it, had to shut their auto ship off or whatever. We're going to retarget. We're going to go back to the people that couldn't afford it last month and offer them a solution so that they can get their business up and running again. How's that sound to you guys? You guys excited about that? Like, it's incredible. And here's the difference. This is the difference between our company and every other company out there. You cannot have a meeting with the owners where the affiliates say, hey, you know, it'd be really cool if we did this. And then have the owner say, I'll work on that. That's the difference, is we listen to you guys. We hear you guys, and then we go to work because we want to make it the company you are excited and fired up to promote every single day. Period. We want to be that legacy company. We want to be the home. So you get tired of CBD next year. Fine. Get into essential oils. You get tired of essential oils. Fine. Talk about shampoo. You get sick of shampoo for a minute. Okay, fine. Talk about travel. Instead of having to hop around different companies, you can hop around different product lines and stay within the same company and keep your check while it's growing the entire time. Does that make sense to you guys? Because honestly, jumping from company to company, you're making a lateral transition. You're making a lateral move. You're not going anywhere. You're building up a wall just to break it down again. Makes no sense. So if you can stay in our company and have everything you want, it's a no-brainer. So that's our goal. We want to be that company for you guys. So that's a little bit about the future and where I see things headed for us. We got the Zweigel Foundation, of course, that's just going to be getting started here up next year, so that affiliates, customers, whoever wants to be a part of the cause can donate. We want to help veterans. We want to help people get product for free or at a discounted rate. We have so many ideas, it's ridiculous. And we would be on this call the whole day if I told you all the things that I think about on a daily basis. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to go into leadership and what do these updates mean for you and your business, and how can you capitalize on this, on these new things that are coming. Okay, so leadership is a word that is thrown around a lot in this industry, and it can be daunting to many people who were like Shanna. I was a nurse and now bam, I have to be a leader. Like, okay, that's cool. Or I was a teacher and then bam, now I'm a network marketing leader. Like, it's a crazy transition when you're coming from a completely different industry, you know. And there's people that have been in sales and marketing all their lives. There's people that have been in network marketing all their lives. Like Josh, he's not very old, but that's his entire career history, is network marketing, minus the couple of grocery stores he worked for before he got into this business. There's people that are groomed for this industry to do public speaking, to do all these things. But here's what I'm here to tell you guys about that. When I got involved in network marketing, I quickly realized that the people that are doing those things, that are becoming polished speakers, that are learning how to become leaders, that are diving headfirst into personal development so they can then teach it to other people, those are the people that last in the industry, and those are the people that make all the money, period. Those are the people that end up on businessforhome.org. Those are the people that are edified. Those are the people that hit ranks in every company they go to. They're not special. They've just put more time in educating themselves. That's it. So when you started your job for the first time, you were not probably an expert at it on the first day, right? You probably maybe even messed up a few times. That's part of learning, right? You probably had to watch training videos before you got released into the active part of your job, right? If you ever worked in a call center, what do you have to do? You have to shadow somebody for a few weeks so that you can learn how to talk right, and then they put you on the phones. I had to do that. I used to work at Wendy's. I had to watch training videos on how to build a sandwich correctly, okay? So I had to get trained before I could execute. So it's no different in network marketing. You have to get trained in order to succeed at this industry, period. Now, while everybody's looking for that one magical unicorn leader to follow and get all their answers from, I'm here to tell you that it's not about who you're looking to follow. It's about who you're looking to become so that others can follow you. Does that make more sense? You have to take that responsibility upon yourself because nobody is going to do it the way you can do it, period. Your upline, Shanna's amazing, but she's not going to make you successful, period. That's not, I'm not going to say it's not her job. She's here to help you, but it's not her job. It's your job. She introduced you to the business, but it's your business, right? So for me, I'm going to tell you guys a little story about my upline because some of y'all think I just showed up on top and that I just got placed there and magic happened and bam, I was a super affiliate. Believe it or not, that's not how it happened. I joined in 2014 as an affiliate. Josh and I just started dating. He was not about to commit to me, let me tell you, okay? He just got out of a bad relationship, so did I. We were like close, but not that close, you know? Like we were, stay over there, so don't get any closer. I like you from this distance, kind of. That was our relationship. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been burnt by somebody in a relationship, you know the one you fall in love with is the one you keep at arm's distance. So we were like that in the beginning. So for sure, he was not going to do me no favors, okay? That's not what happened to me. In 2014, I had a successful insurance business, okay, already at the time. I was a farmer's insurance agent. I relocated to Baltimore, Maryland, and I had my own insurance agency there. He convinced me to sell my insurance business and do network marketing full time. And he said, I have succeeded before and I can teach you, but I'm not going to teach you unless you commit to this fully and go headfirst into it all the way. And if you are still dabbling over here in insurance and you're doing this side job and you're doing all these side gigs, I had 2 kids to support, mind you, then I'm not going to teach you. That's what he told me. So what happened next? You guys would think that, oh, I started learning, I started succeeding, and I had a wonderful story. Wrong. That's not what happened, actually. What happened next is 2015 rolled around and I filed for bankruptcy. I lost custody of my kids because I couldn't afford to put food on the table. That's what happened next. So, of course, I'm pissed off at Josh because he promised me the world and I'm getting the opposite, right? Because I'm putting all my faith into my upline, which I haven't told you the story yet, but I'm calling Josh my upline right now for the story's sake, okay? I had so much blame and resentment because I trusted that things were gonna work out for me, and they didn't, okay? My first week in this business, I made almost $4,000. That was like a test in me. I was like, oh my God, I could quit. Like I'm freaking making it. I'm like doing so good. 4,000 in 7 days, I'm done. Like I'm about to be a rich millionaire tomorrow. Like I'm good to go. And then what happened my second month of business, sales went down and then they went down again and then they went up and then they went down. And then I experienced this and I was like, what is going on in my business? He said, that's normal. Don't worry about it. Okay. So here's the other part. All right. It wasn't, and I'm gonna get to the end here and you guys are gonna know what I'm trying to say here, but I had an upline, okay? In 2014, I joined just like everybody else joined. I had an upline, and I'm not gonna tell you his name because y'all will go send him hate messages after this. I'm not trying to do that. Let him be, okay? He's moved on. But let me tell you about this person, okay? You guys may think, and I don't know what you think about your upline, but you may think that you may have disagreements with your upline. You may be judging them like from afar thinking, oh my God, they're wrecking my business, or oh my God, they're doing this or whatever. You ain't seen nothing yet if you haven't met my upline, okay? My upline not only couldn't rank advance to save his life, he intentionally hurt our businesses. He cross recruited my whole downline on multiple occasions into lesser companies, in my opinion, lesser companies than the one that we currently had. Okay. And Josh, bless his heart, didn't have the heart to terminate him right away because we didn't have that many leaders in the beginning. I had to become invested, Inspector Gadget, trying to freaking collect all the evidence I could possibly find to get this person terminated because they were wrecking my whole business and my future, you know? And it wasn't until I decided, you know what? I'm not even going to waste my energy on that anymore. I'm not even going to put my time into worrying about what this person is doing. In fact, all I'm going to do is just hit that block button and pretend like it ain't there. And I'm going to just recreate what I want to achieve. And I'm going to create my own reality, period. I'm not going to depend on Josh. I'm not going to depend on my upline. I'm not going to depend on no man. That's for damn sure. And I'm going to figure this out for myself. Because if I don't do it and if I don't take responsibility for my own business, then it's not happening, period. It's not happening. 2016 rolls around. 2015 was bankruptcy. 2016 rolls around. It's my 30th year. I have the biggest spiritual awakening that I ever experienced in my whole life. And I'm not about to preach to you guys, but I'm telling you, is my 30th birthday. This may shock you, but I was drunk on the side of a road on my birthday, sad and pissed off about the direction that my life had been going. I blamed everybody until I realized that I had to blame myself because it was really just because of me. My whole life, everything that had ever happened up until that point was because of me. I had to have that heart-to-heart talk with myself. And I was suicidal. To be honest with you guys, I was really, really down. And that wasn't that long ago. Okay. I had been in the worst self-pity you could ever imagine. Okay. And then what happened next was I decided I could either give up, like surrender, or I could give in. So I could either give up, put my hands up, or I could give in. That was it. I could either surrender to whatever happens, and I'm going to be okay no matter what, or I'm going to give in to the temptation of my negative thinking and my self-pity. Those were my two options that I had left. That was it. I had nothing else left. That was it. In fact, I had everything left except for my 2014 Ford Fusion. That was it. Like, period. So I had to make that decision. I had to draw the line in the sand. And that was when everything began to shift for me. I said, it's up to me and I'm going to do this myself and nobody's going to stop me. So what happened next? You guys call it God, you call it universe, you call it whatever you want. But I started saying, okay, I'm open. I'm open to receiving new information. I'm open to learning something different. I'm open to trying to fix myself, you know? And I was open to looking for the signs. And it's crazy what happens when you shift your energy from being a victim to a victor. Okay, you shift that inside of you and you realize that the way you've been looking at the world was nothing more than a filter. It was nothing more than a lens, and all you had to do was take the damn glasses off. That's what happened to me. Okay, so 2016, what happens next? I find CBD, I find cannabis. My life starts to change. My mindset begins to transform. I go through this journey where I'm now taking 100% responsibility for myself. And at this time, I'm not even really worried about business yet. I'm just trying to make me better. You know, I'm just trying to get my own shit together, period. That's my whole entire goal, because I realize I'm a toxic person and I can't help anybody. I can't lead anybody until I get right here first. So that was my mission. And if you guys are wondering, how can I be a better leader? I'm going to challenge you to look back at yourself